Hey, what's up everybody? Big news. My channel just got to 100 followers, give or take. It's been at like 98 and then it would like go to 99 and back down to 96 and all over. But now, right now, as I'm videoing this, it is at 100 followers. So thank you to my followers. 100 is kind of a milestone because it's a cool number, 100, but I had been at like 20 something followers for, I don't know, a few years. And so it's really cool to like make that leap, to 100. So anyway, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And it means a lot that people watch this kind of stuff. I've got like thousands and thousands of views now. And this stuff must be interesting. So, welcome to Pile Productions. I am Joe, and I am a full-time photographer. I shoot video as well. My wife and I do weddings and engagements and proposals and, family sessions and all that kind of stuff up in Rocky Mountain National Park, which is just 7 minutes from my house. We live in Estes Park, Colorado. We love it. We moved here from Iowa 8.5 years ago, and we couldn't be happier. This place is amazing, beautiful, whatever you want to call it. Paradise. Super low humidity, hardly any bugs. Amazing wildlife everywhere, all the time. Check out my last video with the elk in our backyard. My goodness. Today, I wanted to celebrate the 100 subscribers with my latest Sprinter van upgrade video. It's the 7th one, I think, Sprinter van upgrade number 7, and it is the Van Compass Stage 4.3 shock system, whatever you want to call it. I actually bought mine from Owl Vans because Van Compass was completely sold out. So, Owl Vans, I think in California, had 2 sets. I talked to Nick at Owl Vans, and he's the man. So get in touch with Nick. He will hook you up. He's like, yeah, we have 2 sets left. You better get it. And I was like, okay, it's mine. I'm buying one. The next day, he shipped it out and said that I had actually gotten the last one. So, that being said, got here in 3 days from California, and that's fast. The rest of the stuff I get from them is, like the Sherpa box, the Sherpa rack and the box and the ladder with the tire. That stuff was like a few weeks out, and maybe even a month, I don't know. But that being said, these were in stock. They boxed them up, sent them out that same day, and I got them in 3 days, which is really fast. And so today I put it all on. Went for a drive, and I'll tell you about that drive. So I'm out on a drive now, and it's super smooth, but I wanted to show you guys and kind of explain how the settings work on these things. So there's 3 different settings, and one of them is very operational, I guess. So the number 3 setting is for when you're on the highway, and like when you just want to get somewhere, and you want it stiff, and you want to be able to like not feel the wind blowing, and when you are just kind of going fast on smoother roads. So that's number 3 setting. Number 2 setting is the one that's adjustable. So when you, oh, that's bright. I'm gonna pull over. Yeah, when you shift into number 2, you have several different settings. So you have 1 through 8. 8 being the softest, 1 being the stiffest, in the middle. So number 3 is super stiff. Number 2 is everyday road riding, and you can kind of tailor that to like your town and wherever you're going to go around town. Now number 1 is the one that is incredibly soft. Going over curbs, bumps, logs, whatever you've got to do, even if you're not aired down, number one is going to be the one that you're going to want to use for off-road. Any gravel roads, any washboards, any gravel, big, large gravel that you're going to drive over, creek beds, stuff like that, sand. Yeah, so there's those three different settings, and I'll show you how they all work. I did a video earlier about the system that I put in already, which was springs in the rear and then the Sumo springs up front. But just today, this morning, and into the afternoon, I put on the front and rear shocks from Falcon. So they are the adjustable ones, the Falcon 3s or whatever they are, I guess, I'm not sure. Why would somebody need new shocks on a Sprinter? And I would say that the shocks from the factory, from Mercedes, are okay. They do the job, but they bottom out, and they're very, I don't even know what the correct word is. They just don't feel good. Like when you hit something, you really hit something. And when you go to a shop and you buy a Sprinter, what you're getting is an empty Sprinter, and you're gonna get it tuned for the emptiness. And so you're gonna have a van that, like ours was 6,800 pounds, 5,800 pounds or something like that from the factory. And so all of the stuff is tuned to that. And so when you add weight, when you add 25 gallons of water and a bunch of diesel fuel and everything else, that stuff adds up, not to mention your gear and everything else. So you have to do things to accommodate. And having new shocks and new Sumo springs and rear leaf springs and stuff like that completely changed the ride. People would ask, what is the Stage 4.3 from Van Compass? And what it is all four shocks. So you've got all four Falcon shocks, front and rear. You have the leaf springs in the rear, the 3-leaf pack in the rear, and you have the Sumo springs up front. And that is considered the Stage 4.3 from Van Compass. Who do you get these from? So I ordered these from Van Compass, and it was going to be a 12-week wait, which I felt was way too long because we have trips planned, we have things going on. I wanted it to ride comfortably way before then. And so I checked around. I read online that other dealers may have it. So I got a hold of Nick at Owl Vans, and he hooked me right up. He's like, yeah, we have two sets in stock, and you better order them now because they're going to go fast. And so I ordered them, and they were here in 3 days from California. And I think that's amazing. After driving it without suspension that's good, and driving it with suspension that is amazing, you can't even believe the difference. It's incredibly noticeable. So we have a road here that we call Little Valley Road. And so I pulled off the concrete, put it into the lowest setting, number 1, which is the softest. And when I got back in, took off, it was really a comfortable, soft ride. And so I decided to try to hit some of the bigger bumps and bigger rocks that were in the road because it's not a super well-maintained road. And I went over a rock that was about curb size, so it was probably 6 inches tall, 7 or 8 inches tall. And you feel it, but you don't really feel it. So it absorbed almost all of it, which was amazing. And then this road is full of washboards too, and I rode the washboards. And yeah, you can tell there's washboards, but it's not like rattling everything in your van. Your dishes aren't going crazy, your tools aren't flying out, camera gear isn't like shooting all over the van. Yeah. Got up there, turned around, came back down, put it into 3, which is the tightest setting, jumped out onto the highway and floored it, and it is stiff as a board, just really quick, really stiff, really agile, catches really quickly, and I love that. It was night and day between 3 and 1. And then number 2 in the middle is a setting that has all the adjustment in it. From I think 1 to 8, soft to hard, and you can kind of tailor number 2, but number 2 is where we're going to leave it most of the time, and that's where you're recommended to leave it most of the time, is in number 2, because you want it to be a comfortable ride somewhere in between super stiff and super soft for like going around town and doing all your errands and things like that if you're just out on country roads or whatever. So yeah, highly recommend getting the Stage 4.3 from Van Compass or Owl Vans or whoever you can get it through. It's not super easy to find. So good luck. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. All right, so there's a little bit of a disclaimer about riding with these shocks, and that is that if you are planning on going off-road, and you have them in the first setting, the really soft setting, it's a really good idea to also have a way to air your tires down so that you can really have an incredibly smooth ride, because these things really do a great job, but when you're on like the highway and when you're doing roads that that are just roads, you're going to want your air pressure up. If you're going to go off-road and you're going to do rad stuff off-road, you really should have a way to air your tires down, and I showed that in one of my previous videos with the ARB compressor that I just installed in here, and go to that video. I'll put the link below. Alright, so if you have made it this far into the video, I would love it if you would subscribe and like this video. We've made it to 100 followers, and that's a huge landmark, like a big number. Now, I would love to get to like 1,000 or, however many people want this kind of information. So, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. We're doing a bunch more stuff to the van. I've got Owl running boards coming. So, yeah, that'll be another upgrade. But until then, I think we're going to save some money. Who knows? We might. All right. Cheers, everybody.